Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by the law offices of Ogle, Elrod, and Burrill. You've seen their spots. You know that they come to you, whether it's via helicopter, submarine like Bob was talking about in the last segment. They will come to you, meaning wherever you want to meet with them, wherever the most convenient spot is. If that's your house, if that's a restaurant, if that's a nearby park, if that's in their office buildings. They will meet you wherever, whenever, to talk about your situation and help you resolve it in a positive way. The law offices of Ogle, Elrod, and Burrill have been on this show for several years. We certainly appreciate them each and every week, each and every month, each and every year, and we thank them for being a part of the Sports Source. All right. How far will Tennessee go in this week's SEC tournament? Not since 1979 has Tennessee won the thing. And that was the year that Don DeVoe beat Kentucky 3 times in 1 year. They did reach the finals, as we said earlier, under Bruce Pearl in 2010.
Yes.
2009, okay. 5 years ago. So now that one's getting back in the history books. How far does Tennessee go this week?
I think Tennessee wins 1 and loses to Florida.
Okay.
So 1-1.
1-1.
I'll go with 1-1.
Couple of 1-1s.
I'll go with 1-1. It's just I've been down there so many times and seen so many bad
0-1s.
performances, so many 0-1s. Yeah, that I'm really got to believe it to see it.
Okay, but you will.
I'll go 1-1.
Okay.
Well,
Chuck?
Missouri is the show me state. I'm still in the show me state for the Vols. I think they're very well could be one and done. If you get a hot shooting Arkansas team, that's not a good matchup on a neutral court.
And that's the reason I did. In the earlier segment, everybody was saying get Arkansas to help your. No, get one of the really bad teams.
South Carolina.
Yeah.
Get South Carolina.
Get South Carolina and move forward from there. Hope Frank Martin punches somebody, gets thrown from the game. If they lose their first game, are they done? Do you think their tournament hopes go on life support at that point?
I think if they lose to South Carolina or Auburn, I think they're probably done. I think if they lose to Arkansas, they're still hanging on the bubble.
Okay.
Yeah.
I agree with that scenario because their RPI is better this year than it was last year.
And their RPI will wind up, even if you lose to Arkansas, you're still going to be in the low 40s probably. Mm-hmm. And that's, again, 5 out of those 10 will probably make it in a given year.
John, the thing that helps them too, they may end up have played 3 teams that are the number 1 seed in the tournament: Virginia, Wichita State, and Florida. And there's nobody else in the country, I don't think, that would have played that, which I think could help them a little bit.
Certainly. Lady Vols play today, 3:30. They've made it to the finals. They get Kentucky, who got there in an upset. Thoughts on the Lady Vols tournament run? Earlier this season, there were people pulling their hair out, calling for Holly. Back when everybody had bloodlust going on, and it was fire Martin, fire Warlick, fire everyone. Has she cooled the fans that were upset? She certainly should have. If they lose today, are they going to be mad again?
I think she has cool. It's a different situation than with Martin. I think people were mad in the moment. I don't think they just want to see a change made with her. So I think she's cooled them off.
You know, today, do you have one more huge comeback in you? They've had to really, I mean, that's tough to do.
Two double-digit
Yeah,
comebacks
3
so
straight
far.
games. It's really tough to do that, 3 games
Then
in a
don't
row, 3 days.
fall behind by double digits.
And Simmons is due to have a good shooting game. She's had 2 bad ones in a row.
Mike, your thoughts on Holly Warlick and the job she's done?
I think she's done a good job.
I don't even think it should be an issue.
I don't either. I don't
Sure,
agree.
I really
it's
don't.
ridiculous. I can understand people with the Conzo Martin thing. I understand that. The Holly Warlick thing is the most ridiculous nonsense that has filtered through the message boards in a long, long time. She won the SEC last year. She got a top 10 team. I think cool your jets.
There's been a couple of games where she's been out-coached this year, but there's been a couple of games where John Wooden got out-coached and Pat Summitt got out-coached.
She's fighting for a number 1 seed in the tournament.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We will see everyone right back here next week on the Sports Source, our Selection Sunday special. See you then.
The views expressed in this forum do not necessarily reflect those of WATE 6 or of 6 Sports. This has been a paid program.